Welcome to Good News Weekly, your weekly reminder that good things are happening all around the world. Let yourself be inspired and uplifted. We start this week with an announcement that sent ripples through the conservation world. Leonardo DiCaprio's Rewild and the Bezos Earth Fund have jointly launched the Phoenix Species Project, a $200 million initiative targeting 100 of the world's most critically endangered animals and plants across 30 countries. What makes this genuinely different from other headline-grabbing pledges is the structure. Every species on the list is guaranteed 5 full years of funding, specifically designed to break the short grant cycles that have long undermined conservation efforts. On the list are creatures like Madagascar's golden-crowned Sifaka lemur, the Malayan pangolin, and the Philippines' Visayan warty pig. This is the largest single philanthropic fund ever dedicated exclusively to species recovery. That's a landmark. Next, a rescue story that took 5 months and 2 state borders to complete. Wildlife officials in India have successfully moved a 12-foot, critically endangered gharial from Rajasthan's Indira Gandhi Canal, somewhere it had absolutely no business being, all the way to Chatbir Zoo in Punjab, where it will be rehabilitated before release into the Beas River Conservation Reserve. Gharials are among the most distinctive and threatened crocodilians on the planet, and the Beas-Hariki River system is one of their last strongholds. This was a proper joint operation between 2 state forest departments, and it worked. The animal is alive, recovering, and will eventually go back to the wild. That's what good conservation looks like in practice. Now, a story that proves social media can genuinely save wildlife. In the Maldives, parrotfish had long been protected by local tradition until economic hardship started pushing them into markets. When conservationists and citizens noticed, they mobilized online. The hashtag #FishForTomorrow campaign generated a public poll with roughly 27,000 responses, with 70% supporting an outright ban. The government listened, and parrotfish harvesting is now prohibited across the Maldives. This matters more than it might first seem. Parrotfish produce the majority of the white sand on Maldivian beaches and reefs through their digestion of coral material. Protecting them isn't just about one fish, it's about the health of an entire ecosystem. Staying in the Southern Hemisphere, here's a story about a country taking real steps to protect its national animal. Chile has just opened a new wildlife rescue and rehabilitation center at the Huilo Biological Reserve, timed to coincide with International Huemul Day. The huemul deer is Chile's national animal and one of the most endangered deer species in the world, with fewer than 2,000 individuals believed to remain across Chile and Argentina combined. The center, built through a partnership between the Huilo Foundation and energy company Copec, gives injured and vulnerable animals a genuine path to recovery. It's the kind of practical commitment that species on the edge truly need. Now for something a bit different, a discovery made not in a remote rainforest, but right in the middle of Los Angeles. Paleontologists have identified a previously unknown extinct amphibian from Ice Age fossils unearthed at the famous Brea Tar Pits, naming it Spia Brea. This spadefoot toad is only the second Pleistocene-era amphibian ever identified from North American fossil records, which tells you just how rare these finds really are. Most people think of La Brea in terms of mammoths and saber-toothed cats, but there's a whole world of smaller creatures whose stories are only now being uncovered. Science keeps finding new things, even in our own backyards. And finally this week, something that rarely makes headlines but probably should. The Microbiology Society's August Roundup highlights newly described microbial species discovered in coral reefs in China, bee gut microbiomes in Texas, and tropical forest soils in Brazil and Australia. Bacteria, fungi, and protists might not generate a lot of attention, but they underpin virtually every ecosystem on Earth. Each new species added to the scientific record expands our understanding of how life works, and often carries real practical implications, from reef conservation to probiotic development. The world is still full of unknown things, and scientists are finding them every single month. That's Good News Weekly for this week. 6 stories from across the globe, proving that positive progress happens around the world. If this gave you a boost, share it with someone who could use a pick-me-up. New episodes drop every Sunday. I'll see you next week.